right, there is always payback. If you can notice my head, I was hit by a Dhoni supporter after all the shit I've spoken about Mahendra Dhoni. And then I'm just wondering, I've spoken shit about so many people. I don't think I'll live that long. I'm just now hoping this podcast doesn't get popular. So let's talk about more shit and the 10 things that we've loved about this IPL between 2011 things because we can't count. All right. So number one is the world number one all rounder. I just checked the stats. He is still number one all rounder in the numbers. And Jadeja was dumped from captaincy and then dumped from the team. Jadeja, I believe, is the worst captain in the history of cricket, and Joe Root is relieved officially from that title. Vikram, can you tell me, like, in this IPL itself, who do you think are the worst five captains? Not overall, just in this IPL from this right now. Like, who would you? I mean, we've already established Sir Jadeja is the legend, right? So he's number one already. But can you tell me the other five, other four? Sorry, we can't count. We already told you that. So yeah,
I think it's Pant is there out there. Mayank is also there. I mean, Mayank he tries, but I think he's not there yet, like captaincy material. And who else? I think all the top. Rohit Sharma. We saw
Rosha.
his. We saw what happens when he keeps on losing. He loses his cool also. Yeah, I think these three are the worst for me. And I think you have a list, right? Four or
What
five
about
people.
Shreyas Iyer? You forgot Shreyas Iyer. The guy cannot captain. He was a captain. He was kicked out from the
Shreyash
captaincy.
Iyer.
Went to some other team. The team that was in the final last year, they had Captain Owen Morgan, England World Cup winning captain. They kicked them out. Get this guy for 12 CR. Guess what he does? Nothing. And they won the last game. I understand they're not going to qualify. Okay.
They're not going to qualify, but interestingly, I don't know whether you saw it, but he said, yeah, the CEO of the team, who is I think Venki Mysore, he also selects a team. He also takes part in the team selection, and it created a lot of stir in social media. And then I think KKR came out and said that no, he was misunderstood or something like that. So like he threw the team management under the bus somehow. I don't know what's going on there,
Man, that just
but
sounds like
yeah,
those Eminem songs. I'll probably try to avoid the profane word because I don't know why. Because our podcast we can use it, but they said like somebody caught somebody having sex with somebody else, somebody's wife, and she said, "Oh, it's like, oh, it's not what you see it is." She's like, "What, you slipped and fell on his dick?" So like, I don't know what is the explanation for this thing, but yeah. So this is kind of similar situation. It's like when they come track back and they're like, and then I think Indian people. One thing I noticed this thing when they say like, "No, no, I didn't say that. You didn't understand." They don't. They just believe the other person is really stupid, or they're just so stupid that they can't understand that anybody has any kind of intelligence in the first place. For me, Sarjaya definitely is the worst captain. Then there's Shreyas Iyer number two. I know he stays very cool and all, but I think, I mean, with the team which was already in the final, it's a team which has already won multiple finals before. They had a decent team. I mean, the way they've been playing players changing constantly over the time, it's just not good. Rosha is number three for me. I mean, Rosha has won five IPLs. I think he's won six IPLs because he was in the other team also with Adam Gilchrist, who won the IPL. But this season, as you said correctly, his real character is coming out when the chips are down. And Rishabh Pantis is just bad. I know they won again the last couple of matches, but again, Rishabh Pantis, this is Delhi. This is the best team. Mayank is here because I don't think Mayank is a bad captain right now. It's very early to judge him, but I'm just still putting him because I could not put the other ones in. So yeah, that's why I'm putting him. So let's talk about the best captains. Hardik Pandya. No, I'm not saying he's the best captain. I'm saying Hardik Pandya can't bowl. He bowled for a few overs, but then he can't bowl. He can't bat either anymore. So he did very well for the first six matches where he was bowling and he was batting well. Suddenly after that, he's not. But his team has become the first team to qualify for the IPL finals, playoffs, whatever the fuck you call it. Vikram, do you want to rank the number one captain from this season to number five? Okay.
number one captain. I mean, it has to be number one has to be Hardik Pandya because his team has qualified, no matter
Hmm.
what you say. But in this IPL, because everything is short term, right? This is T20. But in this IPL, he is the best captain, and I think Kane Williamson, although he has not done well himself, I think he has managed to turn around the team. Although they might not qualify SRS, but I think he has captained really well. Uh, I know people will say KL Rahul, but KL Rahul, I think it just their team is very good. Everyone is putting their hands up and performing. I don't really think that it's a captaincy thing that they are winning and they are in this good position. I think
Fair
that's
enough.
one. And I think yeah, I mean Faf du Plessis, it's his first season. He has been a captain before, so I think he's also doing a decent job, good job. And but apart from that, I don't think there are really great captains. It's just there's a lot of inconsistencies and a lot of things are just working out due to combinations and all that. So I don't think it's just a matter of good captaincy. It's just matter of being having a good team and performing well.
All right,
So
fair enough. I definitely have different views on this thing. I think I rank number four is at the five is KL and Hardik together because I think both the teams are winning not because of the captaincy specifically. If you particularly Hardik's team because he's usually just sitting sad and looking very weird, like he thinks he's Amitabh Bachchan from 1970s, and somebody just starts hitting and somebody ends up winning the match for him, right? Then Samson, I would
yeah,
feel is four because his coolness and he doesn't lose his calm and he just stays pretty relaxed. I like that. Kane for me is three. I don't know why Faf I put for second, but that can be challenged. I'm myself thinking whether he is or not. But I just felt that when the chips have been down, he's been I think he's been doing a good job. So I have to give it. I put MSD number one not because they attacked me, but I felt like that the whole team he still seemed like the captain. He's blind as fuck, right? I'm still gonna talk shit
yeah.
about him. He's blind as fuck, can't score, can't fucking buy a run. He hits one boundary, people think he's fucking legend. Okay, he just won them one
No,
match.
I think
That also is good. But since he come
uh,
back, we can feel like there's energy in this whole team. Complete changes because when Jadeja was the captain, it was just bad.
no, but I blame Dhoni for the Jadeja situation because
Of
he
course,
never
we have blamed him.
because because he never clearly, and I think we didn't talk about it, and
We never did, yeah.
others, and I don't see others also talking much about it. I think Crick Buzz did say that for Jadeja to become the real captain, Dhoni has to let go completely. But he never
Yes.
let go completely, right? He even when they announced, or even when the statement came out, they said, "Ah, yeah, we gave him chance for 3-4 matches." You don't give
Who speaks
chance to
like
a
that,
captain
man?
for three.
Imagine like Faf is given chance for 3-4 matches, otherwise Kohli will back.
Yeah, it's stupid, right? And although I mean, obviously, whatever happened, it's mostly Jadeja's fault. But then you are setting an environment where you're setting him up for failure, right? When you are saying that you
Correct.
are giving him chances, we'll see what will happen. So there's no clear cut plan, and Dhoni was seen captaining in most of the matches where Jadeja was captain. You are not letting it go. You have to let it go if you want to build his character. So that's why I didn't rate MS Dhoni, because he completely screwed up Jadeja. He completely screwed up the team, and the team was selected by Dhoni, right? He can't, because Jadeja didn't have any authority. So whatever happened in the big auction, it was all Dhoni. So and now you see Devin Conway, who was not playing at all. Now he's playing and he's scoring and saying, "Oh, Dhoni has done it. Dhoni has made him T20." No, he's a good player. He was
No,
already a
When
good player.
Gaikwad wasn't scoring, then it was not Dhoni's fault. Whose fault was it? But
Yeah.
it's always when something good happens, it's always Dhoni completely. So I
So
rated him
yeah,
because he
I
just looked
I
like a good.
might.
He looked like a real captain. That's why. But everything that you said makes sense. But obviously, I've been hit also, so I have
So
to say
next
something.
podcast, I might also have couple of bumps here and there. But yeah,
Yeah,
that
okay, yeah,
what
true.
can
We
you do?
might have to show other body parts as well. We don't know like what is happening to us. No, that is completely great. I do say this much that they did set him up for failure, but I have to give credit to Jadeja to he made the failure so spectacular
Right,
that from this
right.
little raw material he had, he just completely went all out. He's like make it look so terrible. I mean, we remember we've been making fun of him like when he used to come for the post-match conferences. It was like he just looked like, oh my god, did not look good at all. Did not look good. So yeah. All right, moving on to number three. Mumbai Indians are so bad. They're looking even Manchester United, which is so horrible this season, look like the greatest team in the history in the of football of ever. Now, Ishan Kishan, I've already given him a lot of shit, but it's not his fault that he got bought. But he's the worst buy in the IPL history. I mean, they could have easily retained him for like six, maybe eight max CR, but they had to be super stupid. I mean, I don't blame Ishan again because I just blame those knuckleheads who are sitting at the fucking table, that auction table, and keep moving that paddle up and up and up and up. Vikram, do you reckon Mumbai totally deserve to be at the rock bottom, or there's a chance of them climbing out and
They
missing
did.
out?
They totally deserve it. They are not stupid. They have such a big ego. They keep playing Pollard for some reason. Ishan Kishan came out and said that my role is to play throughout the innings. Like, what the hell? That guy is not able to find gaps. Doesn't have the skill to be that player. He has to be the dasher, and they have
He is
given him this
swashbuckling.
role.
He's been good. I've seen him being swashbuckling, and he's been good. That's the
Exactly.
reason they were
That's
actually went out.
exactly. That's the role he should be given. Now you're just confusing the kid, and
It's not
now
Ajinkya Rahane.
and then David Bravis is not playing. You drop Tim David after a couple of matches. Now he's scoring. So there is a just chaos now, and it's just ego that they're just doubling down on their mistakes, and now when they are already completely out of the tournament, they're not even giving chances to others. You can play other players. Like, why are you playing Bumrah? Why are you trying to injure him? Surya is already out of IPL. Now, now you have to. This is Indian Premier League. It's not just about this, this season or whatever. It's about the Indian team also. The Indian team has so many matches after IPL. There's so many important series. Let them rest. Let Rosha rest. Let other player play. Bring in other players. Right? You have bought so many players. Like it's stupid. I mean, it's just the ego. They just don't want to look bad. They somehow just want to be win some matches and come at seventh or sixth position and or whatever. So it just bonehead decision making. I don't know. It's just bad, and they deserve to be at the rock bottom.
All right, so you're definitely sure they're going to finish at the bottom, get the wooden spoon. Let's talk about your ex-favorite and your agent for this guy for more than a decade. Ajinkya Rahane is still playing IPL. We thought he was done. Now he's back again as an opener for KKR, a team which went to the final. Now they have won nothing. He has done nothing. His strike rate is horrible. How on earth is Rahane still playing in the IPL when Labuschagne, who is world number one Test player, and also good one-day international. Steven Smith, the great Steven Smith, Owen Morgan, World Cup winning Owen Morgan, David Malan, number one player in fucking T20s, and IPL great Sir Suresh Raina went unsold in the IPL auction. Rahane's muscle is only second to MSD in this whole world of cricket, man. Rahane must be, I don't know what is he. Is he fucking laying golden eggs? I don't know, but people must love this guy a lot.
KKR don't have any choices, right? They have the players, the players who they had, and their captain and everyone. They're just not able to perform. Their opening was not clicking. Although Venki Iyer made 70 odd in the last match,
No, he did not make
so
70. He's just exaggerating. He made 40 odd, where he made very quickly,
40
though.
odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
See,
yeah,
Jinx
whatever.
made
So
25 or 24, so his strike rate was more than 100. He was like, see, I am a T20 player.
so it just they don't have any choices. I mean, they have bought him. Uh, they can't do anything. Like
I
they
mean, I
have to
completely
play him
agree.
in
They don't
some.
have a choices. I do definitely agree. I'm just saying how on earth they don't have a choice. That's just a very, very bad team setup. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. Let's talk about the guy who's everybody talking about and who's not scoring any runs. Virat Kohli is making Rahane look like a fucking T20 champion player, man. Bikram, here's a thought: should Kohli take a volunteer pay cut? Last time I joked about and I very openly said like Ishan Kishan should just literally refund the people like on the field in cash, all fucking 15.25. Now this guy Kohli is getting 15 CR, and I'm very serious, not as a joke, and he's producing less than players who were bought for 20 lakhs. This is not good enough. This is not right. I mean, people are producing better for 20 lakhs. I mean, guy is just all over the place. Any thoughts before we move on?
Yeah, I've always said that the league has to mature. The league has to actually pay the players based on the performance and not by just the name or potential or whatever. And yeah, I mean, there is no hiding. In fact, I don't know whether you saw Mr. Nax did an interview with Kohli, and they made fun of his form, made fun of
Hmm.
his ducks, and he was also laughing. So they know what is going on, and yeah, definitely, I think obviously 15 crores is way too much. But as we have seen this, all the pricing and all these things, all the salaries are not just based on performance; they are based on potential. They are based on market value and all that shit. So yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, if
It's
a team has to
complicated.
win, that's another debate. Obviously, so like whether there's a debate, if you take a pay cut, you can actually buy another player. And eventually, that's the same fucking reason why KKR doesn't have a player because they ran out of salary. They don't have anybody.
Yeah.
They only have an international player who cannot perform. Let's talk about somebody who is the greatest IPL finisher right now, DK. DK, I said before the IPL started, why are they buying him for so much money? He's finished, but DK proved me wrong completely. I reckon this guy now is better than Maxwell. He's better than Dre Russ. He's better than Karen Conan Pollard, like the older one, not the new one. I go as far as saying DK is greater finisher than both AVD and MSD combined. That's how amazing DK is, man. Whenever he comes in, he's the only guy right now with 200 plus strike rate. The guy is on fire. He is on fire. Lot of
No,
respect.
definitely. I think currently, as we are talking about this season, we are always talking about this season, not talking about all-time greats and all that. But whenever he has got the chance, he has done well as a finisher, and we keep talking about that Bangladesh innings where he came and just destroyed Bangladesh in last over and won the match for India. And that's what happens in T20. If you have a clear cut role and you prepare for it, and that's what DK has done. He has prepared for that role. He comes, if you bring him at number 3 when 10 overs are left, he will be confused. But they are using him very intelligently. They are bringing him at the end when there are very few balls left, and he just performs. So yeah, right now he should be under consideration for the for the Indian team as well, because we don't have in Indian team, we don't have finishers, to be honest.
Yeah,
So
there. I
it's a
know we
good.
have people who are finished. A lot of
Yeah.
people are finished. Okay, that's what we have. So one more thing I'll add on DK. I mean, this was a very serious note, and I was supposed to talk to you when I was living with you in Bangalore last month, but I never actually got to speak to you about it because remember when the whole shit was going on Kohli situation, and we talked about how Kohli, these are privileged people, right? Like when you have a son or a daughter, you go back home, you take holidays. I just read, and you remember we should talk about his DK's wife, Deepika Palikal. Now, this woman had just won, and by the way, that you are privy of, that she just won Worlds tournament. I think in the mixed and the doubles, both she won those tournaments of
Right,
Worlds.
right.
And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just read, and they just
Squash.
had a kid like very, very recently, like 9 months ago. She started training right after she had a kid, and within like 4 or 5 months of training, she just won the World Cup. And then she actually was on sabbatical for 3 years. So it's not even she was on form. She just like went away like Serena Williams to have a baby. She had not played. And I read the whole interview, and she talked about all the sacrifices they had to make. She said, "So I was like, how are they even to see their kid because they're just training, right?" And she said, "They don't. They don't. Is her sister, their couple of friends, and then some parents, they take care of it." He said, "I don't even see my kid." He said, "But that's the sacrifice we've decided to make."
Yeah,
And that was a complete
exactly.
contrast to what Kohli was doing. And DK was doing the same thing. DK was training hard and they didn't even see their kids for months and months.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
young
DK
born,
was
newborn
playing.
kid.
Right. I think DK was playing in a lot of tournaments which happen. The lot of white ball tournaments happen in Tamil Nadu and all those local tournaments. He was going there and playing. That's what Kohli needs to do. You can't just if you are, and that's what happened. I mean, we give shit to. You give a lot of shit to Sachin Tendulkar, but whenever he went, whenever his form went down, he went to Ranji. He played couple of matches. That's what Pujara is also doing. He went to
He made three
the
back-to-back centuries, I believe, and one of them
exactly.
was double hundred in England.
So when you are not batting well, and you can't become a liability in an international team. You have to be better. You have to perform well. So I don't know. I don't think Kohli will do that. But this is what you need to do. This is what you need to go there and play some lower matches. That's what people have
I
been doing
was
from a long time.
really impressed. I've been really
Yeah,
impressed because they have nothing to prove. She had already done everything in her career. She was more than 30 years old. He is 36, 37 years old. They could have just taken care of the kid. They could have done the commentary. They can make good money. But I just loved it. I mean, if you read the
exactly.
interview, I mean, the kid is just born. They have tons of money. But
Yeah,
she said, you know what? This is our priority. We are doing it. We want to do this. We're doing for us. We're doing for the kid. This is what. And once we decide that we have to do it, then we can't do it half baked. He said, DK was
yeah.
away. I was away. We just didn't see our kid because we can't see our kid. If we see our kid, then just everything gets messed up. So like we can't do both things. So he just said I had the system in place, and this is how it is. And I'm just deeply impressed by both of them. That's I just want
and
to
and
mention that.
and people don't understand that you don't play like when people say that when I am in my job, right? So my job will last till I don't know 60 years or whatever, but these sportsmen have very less time, so they
Correct.
have to optimize. They have to use that time. You can't. You will have the life. You will have lifelong time to become a good father and be a good husband and all that, but this is also part of being a good parent, right? That you do your job, you complete you whatever time you have left as a sportsman, you utilize that, and then you have the life to completely uh, be a good parent or be a good husband. but if you want to be both, it is not possible at international level. It is not
It's
possible
not.
that you.
Shane
So
Warne
yeah,
always
I
said
mean,
that. So like family is number two doesn't mean like he's not taking care of them. He is taking care of them.
exactly.
You can't just always be with them. That's the way it is, and I love it. I mean, Tanukar, I gave a lot of shit, but the family was inspiring him to do more, play more. Like
Yeah.
Ra's wife, when she was unwell, she passed away. His first wife, and he loved her so much, and she passed. She said like, no, you go out and play. Don't sit with me. And he was playing when she passed away also. He was in IPL as well. And that's what she wanted. She's like, no, no, you go in there. It's I just want you to play. I like seeing you bowl. So let's, on that note, talk about somebody who is in stellar form, Joss Butler. I should call him Joss Century Butler. He's made 3 centuries in IPL already. He is I think he is the Vivian Richards. If Vivian Richards was in this century, and
Yeah.
Vivian Richards would have been playing. This is how he's playing if Vivian Richards was in this era. I think Butler's batting is giving unlimited orgasm to all the millions of Indian cricket fans, fake cricket fans, obviously because they're IPL fans. But is Joss like the greatest fucking T20 player, man? Like there's something about this guy. I mean, there's an aura. Like he just from the very first over, he's doing scoops, paddle scoops. So he's like, this is like a people used to do that 90th over. He's like, I'm just on, man. I'm on. And as you said, once Joss is off, it's difficult for RR to win. If RR qualifies, and Joss on fire on a couple of matches in the right time, I think they can actually win the
Yeah.
tournament. Have you seen anybody better than Joss? I mean, Gale obviously would be right up there, right? But I think he is getting
Yeah.
there. And Gale is
Yeah.
coming
I
back next
think.
season, by the way. He said, I was disrespected, so I didn't actually put myself in the IPL, but I'll be back next season. Like, I'm only 43. Yeah.
I think ABD is also coming, but I don't know he'll be playing or. So yeah, I think he's right up there right now with Gale and ABD because I think those were the two best T20 players I have seen. And on a side, not on a side note, but on a related note only, I think the Kohli, the pressure, not pressure, but whatever Kohli achieved in 2016, his record, some way I think it has got to him or something. He is trying to chase that record and he's become a bit cautious, and that's why he's been failing in couple of last matches. I think he just need to forget about the record. If it comes, it comes. He just needs to play how he plays naturally.
Oh, you talk about Joss
Uh,
Butler.
yeah. Because
Okay, fair
in
enough.
last couple
I
of,
think
yeah, like the last couple of matches, I can see that he has become bit not circumspect, but he has become a bit cautious, and whenever he is approaching 100, sometimes in the last 100 he made, I think we noticed that at least I felt that he wanted to make that 100 and not really make, because in T20s you can't waste deliveries. So I just feel this is my feeling. I might be wrong, but I just feel that record has got to him. Like he wants to achieve that record. So and sometimes somewhere if you have that in your mind, it can affect you. But
no,
yeah,
actually,
definitely he has.
definitely it affects you. So when you have something, there's a chance of losing. When you don't have anything, that's the best part. When
Right.
somebody just comes in, like the most famous saying, which I always follow in my life from the movie Fight Club: the things that you own end up owning you. You know how this
Right.
phone you
Exactly.
have in the laptop, they start, oh my god, kharab ho jayega, ye ho jayega. I mean,
Uh,
it's so much true, and that's what happens when the record is there. Suddenly, starts owning you, and same thing happening with Kohli. I want Kohli to come out as fresh, like a fucking teenager. He said, "Nothing to lose. Let's go all out there. Doesn't matter if he'll fail in 2 innings, but one inning he'll make such an amazing score, right? People will remember that he is trying to not fail." And that's what I don't know. I think he used to talk to ABD because ABD used to talk one thing. He said, like, when I'm hitting something, like, I'm not concerned about failure. The moment I'm thinking the shot will not go, somebody will catch it, I'm
right.
done. So he just used to just
Right.
hit
Right.
it. And I think that's something AB needs to talk to him. Just, just go out there and just fucking whack it. Doesn't matter. It can't get worse. It will get better. And he is a good player. I mean, great player. For that man, let's talk about another great player. KL has made 3 ducks and 2 centuries. I think he needs one more century to make some kind of fucking record in this IPL. 3 centuries and 3 ducks. Last time he made a duck without playing a ball, he got run out, which was interesting. On a side note, that's it. We're doing side notes. Has KL's captaincy improved? I mean, we did talk about it slightly there, or it's just that he's got better players than he had when he was at Punjab, who are still struggling. So, quick word on that. And yeah, do you think he's going to make another century?
It has definitely improved because if you're captaining for so long and you have such an amazing support staff, it will only improve. But I think it's a combination of both things. That his captaincy has improved, but I don't think he has improved to that extent that he becomes, one of the greatest captain in IPL because in but it just his team. I think they're performing really well. Holder has, really. I mean, we always praise Holder, and he's showing his caliber this time. And yeah, so I think it's just a combination of both. I think he has performed, he has improved a bit, but their support staff is really, really good. I think whatever the team they have amassed, that's a very good team because if you see there are a lot of unknown players or not unknown players like smaller players, but they are really performing well. So yeah, I think I don't. It has improved, but I don't think it has improved to a extent where you know you can rate him as one of the greatest.
Okay, so all you're saying, is I'll explain to the viewers in very short what Vikram is saying. KL had three sons. First one became a terrorist. Second became a mass murderer. Sorry, first was mass murderer. Second became a terrorist. Third person is only in jail for stealing random stuff and at gunpoint. So he's saying there's an improvement. There's an improvement. See, I'm getting a better, becoming a better dad. So that's what we're looking at with KL, with KL situation. So that's working. Also, on a side note, I mean, we're shooting after like I think 11 odd days, and although I was beaten up and our podcast is not popular, I'm actually enjoying it, and I'm in Nainital by the way. Can't feel it because of the walls, but I'm in Nainital, and I'm first finally shooting in more real light than actually fake light, which is only always a globe. So moving on to
Yeah.
Kulcha. Kulcha is back with a bang, 40 wickets Bikram between them in 22 matches is incredible. Goodbye to Ash Jadeja. I could not come up with any like Kulcha kind of thing for them. I was saying Asheda, but we were. So Ash Jadeja gone. Goodbye to Rahul Sattachahar. Goodbye to Ravi, misfielding guru Bishnoi, because there was some myth about that he is some great fielder because he had taken some two blinders. He's actually a terrible fielder. Okay, he's a horrible fielder. Memes are going around, and Washington Sundar, he's always injured, so he's actually bye bye. So you think Kulcha is back now? They will be the premium bowlers. They will be the in 11 for the T20 World Cup. It's going to happen like very soon.
Definitely, man. I think Kulcha went away because of Hardik Pandya. Since Hardik Pandya used to play, so they had the luxury of playing two spinners. And but you can see your spinners need to take wickets to win matches. You can't just do a containing job, and that's what both Jadeja and Ashwin used to do because because in limited over cricket, the pitches are obviously so flat that you can't really, the finger spinners don't will not be able to spin that much, so you need wrist spinners to be attacking. So obviously among Kulcha, I think Kuldeep had some problems with getting hit, and he had some issues when he used to get hit. But now I can see that whenever he's getting hit, he's not getting perturbed, and he's still trying to take wickets, and that's what we needed. That's what made them what they were like two couple of years back, because they were taking wickets in the middle overs, and that had been lacking in the Indian team. In fact, we went in T20 World Cup, we were not able to take wickets at all. So it's definitely good for them to be back, and they should be considered for the Indian team. I don't know about World Cup, but right now Jadeja is completely gone, and Ashwin has become more batsman than bowler. So yeah,
I think he wants to be a
there's
batsman. That's what he's trying to tell everybody. Right?
yeah,
And
exactly. He
I want
wants to.
somebody to mancade him. That will be something. That will be the highest point of cricket, not his life cricket, not my cricket environment. Let's talk about Rashid Khan. Vikram, you will not believe this guy is still 23 with 11 years. How old do you think Rashid really is? I'm going to put a wager on this thing because I'm telling you he's at least 4 to 5 years older than his passport says. He will reveal it after he retires, like in 20, 30 years, like Shahid Afridi did, who eventually told that, weirdly enough, he said, I'm more than 4 or 5 years older. I mean, like, can you at least tell us your age now? What the
More
fuck?
than
4 or 5? 4 or 5? Which one is it? 4 or 5? Do you know your age? Like, just stop making it up. But yeah, I think
I think
he's.
he also forgotten his age. Like when you live a life for long, you actually start believing.
I mean, when you're revealing, at least say, right, this was my birthday. You can't say Michael's like, I was born in like 4 or 5 years older. And like, which one? Like, you don't, do you know or not? No. But at least he came out and said it. So it was like everybody knew it. And, but because he said informally, so his record still stands, I think, was that quickest century or something. Or it was already broken. He had made it in 30 odd deliveries, something.
Yeah, I think it's broken.
Was it
Yeah, I
Conway
think.
or somebody broke it? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Huh.
think yeah, I think it's same. I feel the same. I think it's 3 or 4 or 5 years. I think he'll be closer to 30 in real Rashid Khan. But again, age. I mean, whatever he has done, age fraud or whatever, that's a different thing. But he is fit. He is fit, and you can see in his fielding also. He runs around, dives, takes catches, and all that. So, although we can bash him for telling his faking his age, but I think he's fit enough to be a 23-year old.
No, I like the enthusiasm of the kid, like good fielder trying to bat because he knows his limitations. So he only, like, as one of the Isa Go was saying, that he only plays this particular shots. Like, this is the one, this is my
Hmm.
job. I'll keep hitting this weird shot, and he gets
Right,
very
right.
good at it. So wonderful. So let's talk about the number 11, the final one for today. We sort of talked about it before. This is GT Gujarat Titans, and by the way, now they're going to have finals in Gujarat. So the main semi-final and the final. So they're
The
really looking forward
BJP
to that.
effect.
The BJP effect, of course, man. It's like freaking, it's Ahmedabad. So they have become the first team, as we said earlier, to qualify for the playoffs. And they are the newest team in the IPL. They had a terrible option. Everybody knows that. Their opener, Jason Roy, didn't show up because he said, I have bubble fatigue, except it was because everybody knows that he didn't get paid well. So he was like, let's get out here. Otherwise, I'll have to get paid badly for 3 years. Now, their captain can't bowl anymore. They have bought Tewatia for 9 CR. Everybody's crying for that. And here they are sitting at the top in playoffs when five-time champions Mumbai Indians are sitting pretty at the rock bottom. Is it just pure luck or what has happened here? I mean, what is just happening?
It can't be pure luck. I mean, we keep saying that they don't have a great team, and captain is also new, and plus he's kind of lives on vibes. But again, winning 9 matches, it can't be just luck. And in a competitive tournament like this, where where you can't predict who will win a particular match, you're winning so many matches on the trot, and so it can't just be luck. Obviously, a lot of things have fallen into place for them. Whoever they have chosen, they are performing really well. But that's what you expect, right? When you build a team. So yeah, we can't just brush it off saying that it's luck. Uh, will they win the tournament? That's a different story, because that's a very fickle thing, right? One match and you either lose or you win. But yeah, I think it's a combination of whatever the team management and the captain and all that. It's working. It's gelling together. So good on them. But we can't just brush it off saying that it's just all luck.
Okay, a lot of respect for them. So that was it from us. Next time we'll be back with a lot more bruises than this, and we'll be showing you all parts to start with, which will just completely turn you off from turning on television in your whole life, because we'll be showing the parts that you never want to see, which we have not seen ourselves. And remember this movie scene from Austin Powers Part Two or something? There was this guy called Fat Bastard. So all the roles are played by the same guy, Mike Myers only.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's the
Like,
evil, and he's on. So Fat Bastard said he's like so fat. He's like he's got this all this chub on his stomach. He's like, I have not seen my VV in 14 years. He's like, where is it? He's like, I have not seen it. He can't with it. All he sees is chub. And that was an interesting movie that people should watch. The name got changed in India. So I think it was called The Spy Who Shagged Me. And the name got changed. I'm pretty sure nobody knew what shagged means anyway in the first place. I don't
yeah.
know why they bothered changing the name for that. So that was me, Gav, and this is Bikram with our original names in a world which is completely fake. And by the time we reach next time, we'll be doing the next podcast on and this thing in the next few days. By then, I think all the matches will be finished, and it will be pretty certain that who's qualifying. And Mumbai, there's only one thing certain right now, that GT has qualified and Mumbai is dead, rock bottom, and that's not going to change. But GT might not come first. That we'll find out if LSG can get their gear in place, because we saw talked so much nicely about them, but they did get out for 82 on that day when I talked to you.
Right.
Not good enough. And that's exactly what we talk about Rahul's captaincy at times. That I don't blame him for that, but I like that at least Hardik Pandya had the guts to take batting again, because
Batting.
that was
Yeah.
the right decision. Just because you lose after taking batting, people are like, oh, why did you take it? But people are losing by taking bowling all the time. So like that's just kind
Exactly.
of
All
silly.
the time.
That's how it works. And when they made, although they made less run, because I was watching the match, trust me, the ball was not coming on, and I was like, as long as they bowl
Yeah.
okay, they should be fine. And ball was not
Yeah.
coming on. They were trying, they just couldn't get it. So this guy had decided that Shubman, sorry, Shubman Gill had decided to see just knock around. And eventually turned out to be a good deal. Not, not a bad deal at all. Hopefully Rahane is not watching that and start playing like that next match. Like, see, Shubman won the match, and then we make 120, and then the other team makes it in 120 and qualifies because of run rate. More injuries for us. After talking shit, probably Mumbai people will also come and start bashing us now that we revealed our location. We have not. That's why we moved away from the cities. We are just sitting in some place hiding. All right, take care and love you all. See you
Yeah,
next time. Bye bye.
yeah. Bye.